Good morning, fourth week of Easter, and we read the Gospel of John. I am the Good Shepherd. The Good Shepherd lays down his life for the sheep. The hired hand is not the shepherd and doesn't own the sheep, so when he sees the wolf coming, he abandons the sheep and runs away. Then the wolf attacks the flock and scatters it. The man runs away because he is a hired hand and cares nothing for the sheep. I am the Good Shepherd. I know my sheep and my sheep know me, just as the Father knows me and I know the Father. And I lay down my life for the sheep. I have other sheep that are not of this sheep pen. I must bring them also. They too will listen to my voice, and there shall be one flock and one shepherd. The reason my Father loves me is that I lay down my life only to take it up again. No one takes it from me, but I lay it down of my own accord. I have authority to lay it down and authority to take it up again. This command I received from my Father. Jesus defines himself as the Good Shepherd, a comparison that nowadays might sound obsolete. Our societies today are mostly urban with little agricultural or livestock population. Therefore, for Jesus to say that he is the Good Shepherd seems an outdated metaphor, out of fashion, far away from our reality and in need of a renewal. Moreover, no one today likes to be compared to a sheep, especially because of the negative connotation of gregariousness, ignorant docility, and submission that this image implies. However, when Jesus used this metaphor 2,000 years ago, its meaning was very different. Let us first look at the qualifier word good in the expression Good Shepherd. There are two Greek words for the word good. The first is agathos, which simply describes the moral quality of a thing, which is right, proper, adequate. The second is kalos, which is the one that Jesus uses here, and which means that a thing or a person is not only good, but kind, that it radiates love. Then in its goodness there is a loving, kind, and an attractive quality, making it something wonderful, that their goodness spans and impacts their surroundings. I once visited a little girl in the hospital. She was more or less 10 years old and was suffering from cancer. Her name was Martina. Her lack of hair did not obfuscate the great beauty of her eyes. Much of the credit for the joy she had in the midst of her suffering went to the doctor who attended her. He was not only a correct and a trained doctor, agathos, but a kindly one, kalos, who came into the room, played with Martina, and made her laugh. He was not required to do so, but he did. He made Martina feel that she was not just another patient to him, she was someone important. Why is Jesus a kalos shepherd? Because he's not only a teacher who enlightens and teaches, as if he were a spiritual guru, but a shepherd who cares for us, who watches over us. He's not only our shepherd who keeps us in the sheepfold, but he's also our pastor, for he has become our food. What is to be in the sheepfold? It's not gregariousness. To be in the sheepfold means to have life, the divine life that God shares with us. To be in the sheepfold of Jesus means that life does not belong to us, but that we have received it as a gift, and rather we are the ones who belong to it. To be a Christian is not just to be a good, ethical, and upright person. Anyone can be a good person. We all should be good people. To be a Christian is to have divine life within us. Jesus knows his sheep, whether they are in the sheepfold or not. He says, I also have other sheep that are not of this fold. Those also I must bring in. Who is he referring to? To all those people who have not yet established a personal and loving relationship with him. They will be all those people in the world who are not Christians, atheists, agnostics, or belonging to other religious denominations, spiritual indifference, etc., When Jesus says, I have other sheep, he implies that these sheep already belong to him, that they are his. For the shepherd, all the sheep are equally important, and for each and every one, he lays down his life. He goes out for the lost one, leaving behind the other 99. Christians are sometimes accused and criticized of being too presumptuous in believing that we are so important that the God who created the vast universe should be concerned about what do I do and what I don't do. It's impossible to assess an exact number of how many humans have inhabited the earth since man has existed. However, it's estimated that approximately 108 billion humans have existed since Homo sapiens appeared on Earth some 200,000 years ago. How can God have room in his mind for me, one of the 108 billion human beings? Because he's the Good Shepherd, who knows each of his sheep. Let's think today about how can we be kalos, not just agathos. That is, how can we be kind and make love radiate around us, not just be correct and ethical? What makes the difference is gratuity, giving oneself without expecting anything in return, without seeking personal benefits in return. And God bless you.